3 ISIS-supporting teens were arrested for planning to attack the Israeli embassy in Paris.
Here's a summary of the article.
French intelligence services have thwarted a terrorist cell that was planning attacks against the Jewish community, according to information reported Saturday by Le Parisien. Made up of young adults, of various nationalities, connected by encrypted messaging and video games, the cell is notably suspected of having planned an attack against an Israeli embassy, in particular the one located near Brussels. This cell had a clear desire for international recognition and the objective of being dubbed by the Islamic State, notes the DGSI in a report. Wishing to kill civilians residing in the West, its hatred was directed towards the Jewish community. In conversations found on messaging services, the group reported its action plan, consisting first of shooting down and slaughtering the police officers on duty in front of the Israeli embassy, then dropping a van full of explosives against the site, before executing the surviving civilians. 3 were indicted in Paris by an anti-terrorism judge for criminal terrorist association on August 31 and September 8. They are a 15-year-old Frenchman and 2 16-year-old Russians of Chechen and Ingush origins. The last, a 16-year-old Belgian, was indicted for terrorism in Brussels.
This post received a score of 6,400, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Could they not get an image of the Israeli embassy in Paris? Or something French at least?
Are these the Hezbollah flags in that Palestine protest in London? Hezbollah is as much of a terror organization as Hamas is.
Yes, it is Hezbollah, and they are considered a terror organization by the UK. Crazy that they openly wave the flag on the streets there.
As long as they don't mock any football fans who were victims of terrorism, they'll be fine.
Well, at least they know to not fuck with football fans.
Do these people want Marine Le Pen? Because this is how you get Marine Le Pen.
At some point maybe Marine Le Pen has a point. People will read this as right about everything, while continuing to not listen to anything from the far-right less than dehumanizer du jour greater than, and then surprised Pikachu when a certain slice of refugees start to kill Jews.
Greater than Marine Le Pen wouldn't do anything about it. Immigration and terrorism is just a fad for them, they just instrumentalize the theme for electoral purposes. Marine Le Pen wouldn't do anything about it. Immigration and terrorism is just a fad for the RN, they just instrumentalize the theme for electoral purpose. Actually they are so incompetent and busy trying to dismantle democracy and placing their friends in power that immigration has never surged as high as during the far-right presidencies across Europe.
So which is it? Are the alt-right politicians enacting authoritarian policies, or are they too incompetent to do anything? Because it can't be both.
Authoritarian domestic policies, incompetent foreign policies. That's what they said.
Just a reminder that it's not the Israelis calling for the outrage or terrorist attacks around the world.
Nor are Jews and Israelis worldwide stabbing mosques on fire and chanting death threats worldwide.
The equivalent would be mosques, but correct.
Is a little mosque in Spanish called a mosquito?
Hamas equals ISIS.
According to the US Secretary of Defense, Hamas is worse than ISIS, and he has seen both of their atrocities up close. Pentagon Chief Austin says Hamas atrocities are worse than what I saw with ISIS.
Just to share 2 of the reported instances from October 7th. 2 teenage girls were tied together in their home, then raped, then burned alive. A 9-month pregnant woman was beheaded and disemboweled. Her guts along with the fetus still connected to the umbilical cord was spilled on the floor, and the fetus was also beheaded.
Some people think that is justified. You think you know someone.
From a woman on Israeli Channel 13 last week, this poor, completely broken woman must have been oppressing Palestinians for 75 years, right?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.